Hi everyone, welcome to yoga class. Let me just go ahead and take care of our links. Okay, link is posted on Greenhouse page. I'll get the Spotify playlist. Okay, shared. We'll wait 2 minutes and then get started. See. Is our angle good? Yeah, maybe a little taller. There we go. It just so happens that the best place to set up my mat in front of the computer is right in front of doors where the sun sets. So I get this nice evening light streaming in on me. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So if you want to listen to the music that I've chosen for class, it is in the chat box in Spotify. When I give a signal, well, I'll click start together so that it's all synced up. Okay, are we ready? Hit play now. All right. Let's make our way to our mats if we're not already there. Finding a comfortable seat, rolling shoulders up, back and down, and comfortable position. Need to rearrange my screen real quick. There we go. So rooting through the tailbone, extending through the crown of the head. Deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose, filling the low belly. Exhaling through the nose, drawing belly button to the spine. If you like, you can let your eyes close or just drop the gaze to the floor. Listening to the breath. Making a commitment to be present. And that just means practicing some discipline with our thoughts during this next hour for our yoga practice. So not allowing our thoughts to drift to things that we have to do later in the evening. Replaying events from earlier in the day, earlier in the week. staying in our bodies, noticing the way they move, the way we feel in our body. Letting go of any tension. Noticing how we are feeling after taking several deep breaths. Maybe acknowledging something that we would like our yoga practice to do for us. Whether that's a mental break from the rest of the day, or simple goal to just move our bodies some more. And then returning to that goal anytime we feel ourselves drifting. Maybe we feel ourselves being judgmental. Acknowledging that this yoga practice is our own. These poses are our own. I'm here to guide, to offer suggestions. You as the individual are free to follow that guidance or to follow your own intuition. So if something doesn't sit right in your body tonight, choosing an alternative or choosing a resting pose. Clear minds, steady breath. We're inhaling, sweeping the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, we'll let them float down in front of us as we rock to all fours. Bringing wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So we're holding this all fours position and drawing our belly button up to our spine. Lengthening through the tailbone and through the crown of the head. This strong core engagement, we're going to move through spinal balance. So we're inhaling, right leg out behind us, flexing the foot, toes pointing down, left arm in front of us, gazing down. We'll exhale, left arm down, right knee down. Inhale to switch. Left leg, right arm. Exhale, hand and knee float down. We're taking over at our own pace, flowing with our breath, alternating. Inhale as we extend. Exhale as hands and knees float down. We'll go one more time to each side. And then finding child's pose from here. So taking the knees out, bringing the toes to touch, sweeping hips back over heels. Relaxing the chest and the forehead down towards the mat. Pressing the finger pads into the mat or pulling ever so gently. Pulling the finger pads, pressing them in, and then drawing the shoulders down the back. Breathing into the low back and into the side body. And inhale, we're rocking up through all fours to kneeling plank. So bringing the knees back in line with the hips. Shoulders stacked over our wrists. We're lowering till our elbows bend at a 90-degree angle. And then inhaling, we'll press back up. Exhale, sitting back into child's pose. Inhaling back to kneeling plank. Exhaling, lowering halfway, so elbows just to 90 degrees. Inhale, we press up. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, coming forward. This time we're going to lower all the way down. Inhaling, lifting into cobra. Exhaling, chest lowers to the mat. Inhale, press up. Exhale, back to child's pose again. Inhaling, kneeling plank. Exhaling, lowering. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, lowering. Inhale, press up. Exhale, hips over heels. Inhaling, kneeling plank. Exhaling, lowering. Inhaling, cobra. Exhale, we'll lower. Inhale, press up. Exhale, child's pose. Sorry for the sniffles. Next, inhale. Coming up to all fours. And then extending our hands a little bit further forward. Then our shoulders, spreading fingers nice and wide. We're tucking our toes, lifting our knees off the mat. As heels lengthen down, knees straighten, hips reaching up towards the ceiling. Elongating the spine, crown of the head reaching towards the top of the mat. Pressing into the mat. Can bend one knee, letting the opposite heel sink closer to the mat. Give the head a little shake. Or inhaling, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, we'll walk to forward fold. Releasing the neck, releasing tension in the shoulders. Maybe swaying side to side here. We're inhaling, lifting just halfway, finding a flat back. So fingertips can be anywhere from the floor to the thighs. Elongating the spine, just like in our spinal balance in that all fours position, reaching through the crown of the head, through the tailbone, belly button drawing up and in. Or exhaling as we release back to forward fold. Inhaling, coming all the way to standing, hinging at the hips. So core is engaged the whole way up. Exhaling, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhaling, we're diving with flat back. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, palms to the mat. Inhaling, we'll step back into a plank position. Exhaling as we lower in chaturanga, knees or toes. We're going to go to that 90 degrees and then take it to up dog. Exhaling, pressing back to down dog. We're inhaling, right leg out behind us. Exhaling, sweeping it to the top of the mat. Inhaling, climbing to high lunge. Back leg straight and strong. Exhaling, hands float down. Inhaling, right foot steps back to plank. Knees or toes as we lower. So elbows to a 90-degree bend, flipping on the feet. Tops of the feet pressing into up dog. Exhaling, flipping on the feet back to down dog. Inhaling, left leg out behind us. Exhaling, sweeping it to the top of the mat. Big inhale, climbing to high lunge. Maybe wobbling a little bit. Exhaling, hands float down. Inhaling, stepping left foot back. Exhaling, lowering to that 90-degree bend, flipping on the toes, up dog. Exhaling to down dog. We're inhaling, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, we'll step, or we can hop to a forward fold. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling all the way to stand. Exhaling, palms to heart. Inhale, we'll reach. Exhale to dive. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, folding. Inhale. Wait. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, back to plank. Exhaling, lowering. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, lifting gaze. Exhaling, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhaling, fold. Inhale to stand. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, we'll reach. And dive. Halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Maybe we add a push-up this time. So lower halfway, push up, lower halfway, then to up dog, pressing it to down dog. Inhaling, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, stepping or hopping, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhaling, folding. Inhale to stand. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, we'll reach. Exhale, dive. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, palms to the mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhaling, fold. Inhale to stand. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, we're reaching. Exhale to dive. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, palms to the mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, gaze lifts. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, folding. Inhale to stand. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, we'll reach. Exhale, dive. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, palms to the mat. Inhaling, plank. Exhale, halfway, lower. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhaling, folding. Inhale to stand. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, we'll reach. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, halfway lower. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, we're walking half the distance of our mats. And then coming to standing with a cat back. So rounding. Scooping everything in. And take a couple of shoulder rolls at the top. We're going to turn to face the long edges of our mats. A mat likes to walk on our carpet. And find a wide leg stance. So extending our arms out, our wrists would line up. Our ankles would line up where our wrists were. We're inhaling, sweeping our arms up. in a 5-pointed star position. And then exhaling, bringing elbows in towards the rib cage as we lower into goddess squat. We'll bring the hands together at the chest. And we're going to pulse up and down on the toes. So rising onto tippy toes and then lowering the heels for 5 times. So we'll inhale, come to tippy toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tippy toes. And lower. Inhale, tippy toes. Lower, 2 more. Lower. Inhale. Lower. We're inhaling, sweeping the arms back to that 5-point position as we straighten through the legs. We're taking left toes out, right toes forward. And I may not mirror y'all here, but I'm going to get confused watching myself and trying to remember what side we're on. So I apologize. And we're exhaling, lowering into side angle. So moving through that warrior 2 position to bring the right forearm to the right thigh, sweeping left arm up and over. And inhale, we're going to tilt all the way back into reverse warrior. So left hand coming back on left leg, right arm reaching up and over, keeping a bend in our right leg. Light touch of left hand on our left leg. Maybe lifting our gaze. We're inhaling to come to warrior 2. And then we're going to shift our weight so that both toes turn forward. And then we're going to step right leg to our left into tree pose. So we'll kind of bend into left leg, shifting weight this way. We're going to bring the sole of right foot to our left leg. Hands at prayer, gazing at the floor. And it's okay if it wasn't a beautiful, easy transition. When I was planning this flow in my mind, I thought that it would be a fun thing to try, not necessarily super fluid or intuitive way to move. And maybe I won't do it again. All right, exhaling, we're sending right foot back to our wide leg stance. Arms reaching up in that 5-point star position. Exhaling, lowering into goddess squat. So that tailbone is dropping down. Belly button is drawing up and in. Heart shining forward. Knees pointing in the direction of our toes. We're exhaling, bringing hands to prayer at the chest. And then coming up onto the toes and lowering the heels for a count of 5. So inhale, heels lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering, inhaling, straightening through the legs, sweeping the arms up. Now both right toes face out, left toes face forward or back, however your mat is oriented. Left toes face in line with the body, right toes face away from the body. Lunging into left leg and shifting into side angle. Long straight line from ankle to knee, knee to hip, hip to armpit to elbow, wrist, and fingertips. Next inhale, we're tilting all the way back into reverse warrior. Light touch of right hand on the back leg. Still turning on through the left knee. Maybe if we looked up on the other side, we shift our gaze, looking down at the back hand. Inhaling into warrior two. Making sure left knee is tracking open towards the baby toe. And then shifting our weight so that both toes face out. And then shifting to the right, bringing left sole of foot to tree pose. So lengthening through the spine, through the crown of the head, tailbone lengthening, belly button up and in, shoulder soft. Next, exhale, left foot steps back to our wide leg stance. Inhale, sweeping arms up. Exhaling, lowering into goddess squat. So this is where toes point outward slightly. Tailbone dropping. We're inhaling, hands to prayer. And then we'll pulse up and down on the toes. Up on tippy toes and lower. Up on tippy toes, lower. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up, down. Inhale to straighten, sweeping the arms high. Exhale. Right toes facing the front, left toes facing out, lowering into side angled pose, right arm to right thigh, left arm sweeping up and over. We're inhaling, reversing our warrior. So coming all the way up through that center point, left hand resting lightly on back leg. Inhaling to warrior two. And then we're turning both toes forward as we straighten our legs. And we're going to come to feet underneath hips. So we'll heel toe together. Inhale, sweeping the arms high. Exhaling, sitting back into chair. Neutral low back. We're taking right elbow to left knee. Adding a twist to our chair, so making sure our knees stay level with one another. Inhaling to center. Exhaling to the other side. Left elbow, right knee. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, releasing into forward fold. Hands to the mat, heel toeing our feet out to our wide leg stance. Hands to hips, inhaling as upper body lifts. Arms reach up. Exhaling, sitting back into goddess squat. Hands to prayer, inhale, lifting up onto the toes and lowering. Up and down. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Inhale, straightening the legs, sweeping arms high. Right toes face out, left toes forward. Exhaling, side angle pose. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale to straighten the legs, feet facing forward. Hands to prayer. We heel toe the feet together. Setting back into chair. Exhaling, left elbow twist to right knee. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, right elbow to left knee. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, releasing into forward fold. So I hope this sequence was fun and not too convoluted. Just take a few breaths here, this forward fold. I'm going to do some balance work in this folded position. So let's turn to face the tops of our mats. Excuse me. And we're going to lunge back with our left toes. So toes are just going to reach back behind us, lightly grazing the floor, as if we were going to set up in pyramid. And then we're shifting our way into the right leg, lifting left foot off the mat. Toes reaching as high towards the ceiling as they can. So maybe they only come to hip level, maybe they only hover off the floor. So moving through a comfortable range of motion in our body. Maybe we're able to grab a hold of the right leg with the right hand. Maybe we can reach for a standing leg with both hands. We might have a big bend in their standing leg or a bend in extended leg. Depends on how tight our hamstrings are. So we're keeping that hip, left hip closed, so not allowing the hip to stack. The hip face down. With our next exhale, we're going to crouch into a little ball as we bring left knee in. We're going to inhale, straighten. We're exhaling to lower. We're going to go for a count of 10, and that's 2. Inhale, exhaling 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, exhale 6. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, exhale 8. Inhale, exhale 9. Inhale, exhaling 10. And let's drop left foot next to right. Shift our weight from side to side. Wiggle out the legs. Maybe observe some differences on each side. Where we're feeling those differences, what part of the body. And then inhaling to step left toes back, letting them graze the mat. And then we decide how high to lift. So maybe they just hover, maybe they come to hip level, maybe they reach higher. So it's like our nose is trying to draw towards our left shin. Maybe left hand grabs hold of left leg. Maybe right hand. Maybe it's just one. Maybe it's neither. So adding our movement here. We're crouching into a little ball, bringing our right knee in.
And lowering for 1. Exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and exhale. Right knee next to left, right foot next to left. We're going to slide our hands underneath our feet, bending our knees as deeply as we need to, letting the toes, big toes, rest at the base of the thumbs. We rock back and forth, lining the feet. Give our hands a little massage. A little squeeze. And then inhale, hands come back out. We're exhaling to step back into a plank position. Knees or toes. Rest underneath shoulders, belly button drawing up and in. We're exhaling, shifting hips high into down dog. Give the head a little shake. Our next exhale, we're gliding into plank and we're bringing our right knee to the outside of right elbow. We're inhaling, stepping back to down dog, and then exhaling, bringing left knee to left elbow. We're gonna go 5 times each side. This is 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Inhale, pressing it back to down dog. We're exhaling, gliding back to plank. And then we're lowering left elbow and then right elbow. Lifting hips into dolphin pose. We're exhaling, shifting the hips back down. We're going to roll to the right side, to side plank, reaching right arm up towards the ceiling. You can lower that bottom knee for support. We're exhaling, right hand down, right forearm down, and then rolling to the right edge of the foot, left arm reaching up. We're exhaling, left elbow down, and then we're pressing back to plank, leading with the right. So from forearm plank, right hand, left hand, exhaling, shooting hips back into down dog. So we're going to do the same sequence of bringing knee to elbow 5 times on each side. Next exhale, right elbow, and send it back. 1 and 1. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Last time. 5, 5. This time we're lowering to our knees, shifting back our hips over our heels into child's pose. Deep breaths. Relaxing the shoulders. So that whole sequence was meant to be strengthening in the shoulders and in the core. So noticing where we're feeling sensation in our body. Next inhale, we're coming to seated on the heels. We're exhaling to swing our legs out in front of us. And then rolling to our backs, one vertebrae at a time. Scooping the core in all the way down. So we're extending our right leg out on the mat, leaving left knee bent. So knees are in line with hips, ankles are in line with hips. We're inhaling to lift into a single leg bridge. If this feels really intense, you can do this whole sequence just in a regular bridge. We're lifting right leg up towards the ceiling, and we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes back out. Exhaling, lowering. We're inhaling, dragging right heel back into the body. Exhaling, left leg extends out. Inhaling, lifting into single leg bridge. Left toes pointing towards the ceiling. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down. We're going to reach our arms overhead. Exhaling as we sit all the way up. And then swing our legs back underneath us into tabletop. We're inhaling, extending right leg out behind us. Exhaling as we draw the knee to the elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to mat. Alternate. Left leg out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. Exhale, lower. So taking over at our own pace. One more time to each side. And we're sitting back into child's pose. So deep breathing, just observing our thoughts, how we're feeling in our body. And we'll inhale up to seated on the heels. Exhaling to turn facing the long edge of our mat. We'll find a wide leg seat. So knees could be bent a little or a lot. Depends on how tight our hamstrings are. Real blown out by this setting sun into my face. Sorry. All right. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling, tall spines. Maybe we have a bend in our legs. Maybe we don't. We're gonna begin our hip openers, our yin postures, with a wide leg seated forward fold. So some of us may not feel inclined to fold at all in this position. Some of us may only want to fold a little bit. Some of us may be able to go deeper. So what we're going to think about before we fold is our sits bones
finding themselves rooted firmly into the mat. Keeping the toes up, so foot flex, we're protecting the knees. We're going to spiral the legs open, so the inner thighs spiral open. Then we'll bring hands in front of us, and as we exhale, we're thinking about hinging at our hips. And on our inhales, we're remembering to lengthen through the spine. So this is a hip hinge forward. So y'all might lose me, so scoot back. Lengthen on the inhales. Hold on the exhales, hinging at the hips. Soft shoulders. Unclenching the teeth. Soft neck. Maybe we bring our hands to our neck or to our jaw. Give ourselves a little self-massage. Reminding our bodies where we're working. We're working on releasing tension in the hips. And also, we don't want tension to manifest itself in other parts of our bodies. Being mindful that those toes stay up. And these yin stretches, I say yin just to indicate that we're holding this pose, this posture for several minutes. We're focusing on our breath and just letting our body sink into the pose. So no forcing. Once again, no expectations, no judgment. This is about doing what we need for our body in this moment, not what our bodies were able to do 20 years ago. Or what we may feel like we were never able to do, but we see other people doing. We're inhaling as we walk back to an upright seated position. I'm going to bring left leg in. And we're edging or inching right hand down leg towards the ankle, letting the hand stop wherever it wants to stop. Left hand up and over. You can either flip the palm down or flip it out. We're pressing it away. Shoulders stacking on top of one another. Heart shining forward. Feel like we can roll this top shoulder open and wrap the arm around us for a bind. The arm reaches around the back to grab hold of the right hip. So we're inhaling to come back to upright and then shifting our hips and our shoulders so that they're angling towards our toes. We'll fold over the right leg. So same principle of hinging at the hips, lengthening through the spine. So hands can walk down the leg. They may want to stop at the thigh. Maybe they reach for the shin or for the foot. Just holding and breathing. One more deep breath here. We'll inhale through the nose, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, folding just a little deeper. Inhaling back to upright. Walking the hands. We're extending left leg out now. Bringing right leg in, right foot in. So heart and shoulders facing the front. Left hand inching down, left leg stopping wherever it wants to stop. Right arm up and over, palm down or palm pressing out. And if we want to bind the top arm, right shoulder rolling open, reaching around the back, fingertips finding left hip. We're inhaling back to upright, angling hips and shoulders towards the toes. And then folding forward hands, walking down leg. More deep breath here, inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, folding a little deeper. Inhaling, walking back up. Just swinging our legs to the front. And exhaling as we roll to our backs, one vertebrae at a time. Let the legs extend out if that's comfortable. You can leave the knees bent or maybe even take reclining bound angle. Reclining butterfly pose. We'll flip the palms face out or face up towards the ceiling. Tuck the shoulder blades down the back. We're letting our eyes close. And with that exhale that follows, noticing the low back release, melting into the mat. Shoulders soften even more. Breathing, returning to an easy rhythm in and out of the body. Noticing rhythmic peaceful rising and falling of the belly with the breath. Our only thoughts are on that gentle up and down, rising and falling, softening the jaw and clenching the teeth, drawing the tongue away from the roof of the mouth, softening the temples, unfurrowing the brow, feeling the eyes sink deeply back into their sockets. In this moment of relaxation, we are only that breath. Inhales and exhales. As we meditate on that sensation, as we rest. Ourselves back up, bringing ourselves back into our bodies. We're wiggling our fingers and toes, rotating our wrists and our ankles, and letting these little movements turn into a big stretch. Extending the legs out, reaching arms overhead, big stretching. And exhaling as we carry the fingers to our chest, wrapping our arms around the shins, our hands to the backs of the thighs, rocking side to side, keeping the low backs and hips a massage, or moving your knees in a big circle. And when low backs feel good, we'll let our knees fall to whichever side they want to fall. So we roll into a fetal position. Taking a few deep breaths here. Taking one final breath together. Sweeping arms up towards the ceiling. Exhaling palms to heart. Thank you for practicing with me this evening. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in. I will see y'all in the next one, and I hope you have a good night. Bye.